guys, Artie here again for another review. This time I'm going to do Family Portraits, a trilogy of America, a Douglas Buck film. When I started doing reviews, this is a film I should have done early on because it's so good. I remember when Hollywood Video was going out of business, they were selling, their DVDs cheaper, and like each week they would get cheaper, and this one just stayed there. And I don't know where I'd heard of it before, or maybe it was just the cover that kind of caught my attention. But I got it, and it's actually it has 3 short films on it. The first one is called Cutting Moments, and it's I think it's the best one because it's the most, there's so many words that come to mind to describe it. I mean, it is pretty brutal, and just the way he filmed it, it has a real gritty, like almost underground like film look to it. Just real stark, plain, and as soon as the short film starts, it just has a tension to it. That you can feel. You just know something's wrong, and I guess it's a family, a father, mother, and their son, and I'm assuming that I think the father molested the son, and they're the wife knows, and they don't know how to deal with it, I guess. And I mean, they really don't tell you anything about it, but it seems like the father has no interest in his wife sexually anymore. He's focused on. They never show him doing anything to the little boy, but she's trying to get his attention again. He's just sitting down in the living room watching TV. So she gets dressed up and tries to get his attention, and then she just winds up mutilating herself. Pretty horrid, disgusting, really ugly way. I mean, and it looks so real. It's really good, but it's really disturbing. It actually is hard to watch. And he sees what she's done to herself, and I guess he's so shocked by it, and it jarred him into action. That I guess they have sex, and then he does something to her. It's really, again, brutal, hardcore. And they really don't shy away from what he does to her. You don't see exactly. I mean, you know what he's doing. You don't see the final end of what he does, but you feel it. It's a very harrowing viewing experience. I would say I was shocked when I first saw it. It was really had my attention. Just watching it, there's really no dialogue. It was really good. It's I can't remember what year I got it. It was probably 2000, 2010 when I got it. I watched it, show it to people, and it's really good. The second short film is called Home, and again it deals with a family, and you can see how his the director's style, he's improved, got better, and again it's just a family, the almost like the nightmare of an American family and what can happen, stuff you see on the news, probably stuff people have experienced, maybe that are watching this. It's not as brutal as Cutting Moments, but it is. I'd say it's even better the way his storytelling is filming, and it's just a father dealing with stuff that happened in his childhood, the way it affects his family, and the cycle keeps going. And again, it has a really horrible, sad, disturbing ending, but you just don't see what he does at all. He just wakes up one morning and destroys his family and himself in the process. But this time he doesn't show the violence. You see kind of like the aftermath a little bit, and that still is disturbing. The last one is called Prologue, and again, it's not a family, but it's just a small town where like this girl, this man, like brutalized her and like cut off her hands and left her for dead. But they found her, and she's they took her to the hospital, and she's finally coming home, and she has like these metal hands, the claws kind of, and it's the man who did it to her and his wife. I guess she never told the police who did it, but I think she was planning, to get revenge on him. And the guy, I guess he's killed before, and that is it's just him and his wife, and they're old, and that has destroyed their marriage, their relationship, and I guess like I said, he's killed before, and you kind of he goes into this field, and you just get the idea that he's buried bodies out there, and his wife wants to kill him to just end it. The girl wants to kill him to get revenge, and it's pretty good again, but it's there's no violence in this one at all, but it's all like emotional, dramatic stuff. It's really good, but I like cutting moments better. The director Douglas Buck, he's a great director. He directed the remake of I think it's Brian De Palma's Sisters, which I mean it came out when when so many remakes were coming out. I just kind of blew it off, but I didn't know he had directed it. And I still haven't seen it, but it's got to be good if he directed it. You know, it's worth. Sisters would be worth seeking out. This is worth looking for. Um, and he's only directed that I've seen on IMDb. Another is an anthology. I can't remember the name of it, but he directed a segment of that. I wish I could remember the name. I would even compare his directing style to Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. That first, it's got kind of that vibe to it. The DVD has a new digital transfer for all three films, production notes, commentaries, liner notes by author Peter Straub and Wendigo filmmaker Larry Fessenden, original screenplays, behind the scenes, publicity stills, and this doesn't really have anything on it, but it has this in here. And you can tell like a lot of other filmmakers really like this and respect Douglas Buck as a filmmaker. I wish he would make more movies. I'd like to see what he could do and like go total horror. I bet he could make a really good zombie movie or like serial killer, or that would be like obvious choice. I bet he could do a really good zombie movie, just the way his movies look. And I bet he could like direct the zombies to even scarier, and even if they didn't have like cool makeup on them. He's just a great director, and you can see more from him. And this really shouldn't be considered horror. It is horrific, and I'm really glad I got it. I've never heard of it before. I could see a few images in the back. Yeah, on IMDb there's only like 7 reviews of it. Message board doesn't have much going on it, but it's really good. If you, I would say track it down if you're into like truly disturbing horror movies, along with like zombies and gore, which I like. But if you could to find a movie His like really like gross and disturbing, and shows like the ugly side of human life. Uh, it's good. And if someone there's a like artist director that can capture that on film, that's great. And just to show you, how ugly life can be. And Douglas Buck, he does it. I guess he wrote these stories and directed them and did a great job. I just, like I said, wish you would make more movies. Anything he would make, I'm sure would be good. I don't know if could ever become a Hollywood director. That probably wouldn't fit his style, but he's really good. I hope to hear more from him, and I hope you check him out and get to know a new movie from this one. That's what I'm trying to do. Just expose movies that most people haven't heard of, and this is one of them that's really good. And I hope you check it out.